Noles All Access is brought to you by the energy-saving conservation programs of Tico People's Gas. Real Coca-Cola taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Taste the feeling. Welcome to Noles All Access, where we take you inside Florida State athletics. I'm Jay Sutton, and today we'll talk with head coach Willie Taggart to recap the win over Syracuse. Then, 1999 national champions Peter Warrick and Chris Hope join us for a walk down memory lane. And later, senior golfer Grayson Porter embraces his role as team captain. All that and much more is up ahead on Noles All Access.
Inside handoff, Cam Akers looks one way now, bounces off a tackle, 15-10, nobody's going to get him, touchdown FSU. Play designed to go to the left, nothing there, and he bounced back to the right. And Cam Akers takes it 23 yards for a Florida State touchdown. Noles be good. Here's a handoff to Akers, running to his left, bouncing off the tackle, into the end zone, touchdown FSU. Boy, another thing of beauty by Cam Akers. Great balance and vision. He bounces off 2 tackles, found daylight to his right, and danced into the end zone. 38-yard line, blitz threat with safety. Pass caught, a double pass. Double pass by Akers, throws it back toward Hornibrook. Hornibrook with a little razzle down to the near sideline. Caught ball at the 30, 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50. Tamari and Terry to the 40, to the 30-yard line. Terry to the 25, he's to the 15-yard line. All backwards passes until the completion to Tamari and Terry. Here's the snap. That's a Wildcat, Cam running to his right. Running, getting a block on the right side by Hornibrook. Dives to the pylon. Is he in, Mr. Ref? Is he in for a touchdown? It's a flag is thrown, but a touchdown FSU. Out of the Wildcat, fakes the pitch, runs to the right, 2-point conversion, Cam Akers. It's first down and goal from the 8, pitch faked and running with the ball, Cam Akers inside the 5, 3, 2, 1, touchdown FSU. Cam Akers has scored 4 today. Cannot stop number 3, can you? We're up 28-3, wanting more. Here's the snap to Akers, going to run the ball. Cam Akers to the 25, to the 20, outside the 10, 3, 2 to 5-yard line. Has attempted 8 fourth downs. Here's a handoff, Laburn, dives, touchdown FSU, off right guard. And the Noles get a touchdown run from Kalen Laburn. Noles win, homecoming. Celebrate Noles 35-17.
Coach, congratulations on the big win. How big was it to get the 4th straight win at home and to do it in front of the alumni and former players at Doak?
That was huge. It was a much-needed win for our football team, and you know, to get out, to break that losing streak, and to do it at home. I said all the time that playing in Doak makes a difference for us, you know, and I know our players fed off our fan base there, and it was really good for our guys to go out and play well. You know, we had alumni back here. We had the national championship team here. It was really good. It was important for us to go out and play well, and I'm really proud of our coaches and players for preparing and going out and playing the way that we did.
And the world was introduced to what we like to call Wild Cam in this game. We saw a lot of Cam Akers and Wildcat, and I know you always say that you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers, but this game you all took it to a whole nother level. Can you talk about the different looks that we saw from Cam?
Well, it was just good. You know, we constantly talk about not running plays, but running players, not plays. You know, and I thought Coach Browse and the offensive staff did a good job of designing some plays for Cam to run in the Wildcat, and it was also another way of getting Cam and Kalen on the field together as well. So, and those guys did a great job of executing plays when we ran them.
And Cam also tied a school record with 4 rushing touchdowns, and he continues to solidify himself among the all-time great Florida State running backs. Can you talk about what makes him so special on and off the field?
Well, he takes everything serious. You know, you ask Cam, "Are you ready?" He said, "Coach, you don't have to be ready when you stay ready." You know, so he's ready all the time. He works that way, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's on the football field. You know, he's living with a purpose. You know, and everything he does is trying to get to the purpose of what he wanted in life, and you can be proud of a young man like Cam, and I'm really excited all the success that he's having for us.
Well, thanks again, Coach, and stick around because we have a lot more coming up right here on Noles All Access.
Florida State's road game against Clemson would be their toughest test yet. Bobby Bowden would face his son Tommy in the first father-son coaching matchup in major college football history, and he was going after his 300th career victory. In front of a record crowd of 86,200, both teams would give it all they had to come out with a win.
Down and 4. Here's the snap, inside handoff to Zachary, and he's mugged. Tommy, big play. Polly hit him and hit him hard. Awaits the snap. Here it comes. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass away, throws it over. It is picked off. Yeah. Intercepted at 40. Dropped at the 45 by Reggie Durden. Durden's got a pick. Shotgun set. Here's the snap. Little stun up front. Winky in the pocket. Throws it upfield. Caught at the 20. Well, Warrick's got the ball. Step arm to the 19. He's got a first down.
What a great job, Peter Warrick. He just continues to make plays.
Good snap. Pick here for Janikowski. He has got it right down Main Street. Carries 25 yards. Third down, a long yard. Bootleg play by Dan. We got him lassoed to the backfield. Great play by the Seminole defense. He shotgun set. Here's the snap. Winky rolling to his left, trying to bind a little time. Throws it upfield. Caught. Dugans first down to the 40, to the 35. Dugans keeps his balance to the 32. Ronnie Dugans with a great run after the catch. Formation. Kendra. Minor gets the toss pitch. Runs left. Minor. Touchdown. Florida State. Roll the 34 wham to the left side. Touchdown FSU. Here's the snap. Play action by Winky. Gets the pass away toward the end. Yes! Touch! Yes! Two-point conversion. Danny Kendra. What a throw by Winky under intense heat. He lobbed it into space, and there was big old number 10, and he said, it's my ball. Go second down, one shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Gets it underneath. It is caught at the 50. Caught ball by Dugans. Dugans sidestep to the 45 to the 40. Dugans to the 35-yard line. The snap, the spot, the kick, airborne. Plenty of leg by Janikowski. Plenty of leg. It's good. Yes. And we lead 17-14. The spot will be at the 31. 41-yard field goal. Lazara's kick is going to be no good. Short. No good. Seminole defense has held Clemson off the board.
On a day of upsets across college football, the Noles escaped Death Valley with a major victory. But once the dust settled from celebrating Bobby Bowden's 300th career victory, sights were set yet again on the road to the national title.
It will take a one bounce. Warrick's going to field it at the 40, to the 30, 45, to the 50, 40-yard line, 30-yard line, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Florida State, Peter Warrick. Dropping Winky, looking Winky, wants to throw the knockout punch to Warrick. Warrick open, touchdown, he did a touchdown, he did catch it. Touchdown, Florida State. Oh, Peter Warrick, how'd you do that?
A juggling, acrobatic catch. The best player in college football is putting on a show tonight.
Well, Peter, man, you were here last year getting your jersey retired. How does it feel to be back in Tallahassee reunited with your teammates?
For me, it's a great honor. You know, I get an opportunity to see guys that I haven't seen in like 20 years, and the best part about it is reliving the memories, man. We just talk about how competitive we was, how we knew we was gonna win, and it's just great for me to see my guys again, man. So,
and what were some of those most memorable moments from that '99 season?
Oh, winning the national championship as a team, just winning, man. That's what it was all about. At the end of the day, no matter how you get it done, you just gotta win.
They gotta reach the 30. Rattay, under heat, gets the pass away, incoming, picked off, intercepted to the 45. With the football, the Seminoles have it to the 12, 35 to the 30. Chris Hope doing some dancing and running after the pick. Looking downfield, looking to his right, looking to his right, throws, picked off, intercepted at the 1-yard line, Florida State, Chris Hope.
And you're here celebrating a '99 championship team, national championship team.
Right.
Tell people what made that team so special.
What made that team special, of course, we had some special talent. You know, the likes of Peter Ward, Chris Winky, and Sebastian Janikowski, just to name a few. And then we had an amazing coach and leadership in Coach Bowden, Mickey Andrews, Coach Amato. So that was the ingredients of making a great team. But I think the secret, what most kids don't realize, is that we were talented, but at the same time, we worked harder than anybody else in the country. And we were super confident, but at the same time, we were humble. You know, going into the season, we obviously had the idea that we have a championship team, caliber team, but we didn't take anything for granted, and we played each and every game as if we were the underdogs.
And you mentioned Peter Ward earlier.
Right.
Do you give him a hard time about that Super Bowl back in '05?
No,
Did you see him?
I have so much respect for Peter Ward, man. I played with some amazing talent in the National Football League, and obviously being here at Florida State. But Peter Warrick is, and I told him this, he was the only guy that I was a fan of. You know, playing the game. I was on defense. I went to the bench, made the adjustments with Coach Andrews, but after that, I had to watch and see what number 9 was doing. So I had too much respect for him, and even when we played him in the Super Bowl, I still had that same love and respect for him.
And we just talked with Chris Hope a little earlier,
Yeah.
and he actually said that he was a big fan of yours. Like,
For real?
Even in the NFL. He said when he saw that number 9, he just got a little starstruck.
That's my boy,
How do you feel
man.
about that?
I mean, he told me that one time, because, you know, he played on the highest level too. You know, he played at Pittsburgh, Hope got 2 rings?
I think
So,
one.
1 or 2, yeah. So he, you know, that when he told me that, I was like, man, I appreciate that. He was like, man, you don't understand. I tell people that all the time, that he was one of the best players I ever played with. I appreciate that.
Man, that's big praise coming
Yeah.
from him. So,
And I appreciate that.
well, I hope you enjoy your time here and have a great time at homecoming.
What's up, Seminoles? Florida State Athletics has a jam-packed weekend as we head into November. Number 2, FSU Soccer will host number 9 Duke at 8 p.m. The Blue Devils will look to avenge their loss against the Noles, who kicked them out of the ACC tournament semifinals last year. The Seminoles will depend on the leadership from both sides of the field, with defender Malia Berkeley and forward Jada Castellanos. On Friday, the men's and women's cross-country team will compete in Blacksburg, Virginia for the ACC Championship. Look out for sophomore Elizabeth Thunderberg, who currently leads the women's team, and Casey Knavebard for the men. The women's volleyball team will also be in Blacksburg as they take on the Hokies at 6 p.m. Florida State will depend on Peyton Caffrey, who was the ACC Player of the Year last season. The women will remain on the road on Saturday to face High Point University at 1 o'clock. Now over to basketball. The women's team will have their home opener against Charleston Southern on Tuesday. Tip-off will be at 7 p.m. at the Donald L. Tucker Center. Be ready for a strong lineup with all returning players from the 2018-2019 season. That wraps up an exciting upcoming week in Florida State Athletics. I'm Samantha Klepchak for Noles All Access.
Grayson Porter has been training for golf for as long as he can remember.
My dad actually kind of introduced me to the game when I was younger. I grew up on a golf course, so I had the golf course in my backyard, and I just kind of messed around with him in the backyard, just chipping balls and whatnot, and gave me a love for the game. Then I got into it, and he helped me grow with it, and he's helped me get good with it over the years.
Grayson's mom and dad are great Seminoles, and he's an accomplished junior player, Florida Junior Player of the Year, his age group at 13 or 14. Was a guy walking around with a lot of confidence, and you just knew that that was a guy that's going to be a good fit for our golf team. So we recruited him early on. Fortunately, I don't think we had to beat out a lot of people for him because he always wanted to be a Seminole.
Since his freshman year at Florida State, Grayson has accomplished plenty, but it wasn't always easy.
I've dealt with quite a bit of adversity with my golf game since coming to school. I've had a bunch of highs and I've had a bunch of lows as well. So I think that's really going to help me this year because there's going to be rough times during the year and I know there's going to be great times. But I think if I can be steady throughout the year and know that everything will work out in the end, I think I can be a good contribution to the team.
After proving himself during his junior year, Grayson was promoted to team captain for his junior and senior year. But what does it take to be a captain?
It's a different kind of energy that you see from everybody else. He's always positive, always got a smile on his face. If we've had a bad day, he keeps our head up. And when we've had a good day, he lets us know. He's certainly someone you want to have in the team room.
I think one of the coolest things about Grayson is he knows like what energy to bring to what situations. You know, he's pretty serious in practice, but you know, when we're just hanging around like in the locker room and stuff, he's one of the funniest guys I've ever met. Like we're always laughing around him, and he always sort of seems to have the right mentality or energy, I guess, for each situation we're in.
To be a captain, the players on the team have to feel like you have their best interest at heart, and you have the team's best interest at heart, and he would put the team in front of himself all the time. When you walk up on him on a golf course and say, how you doing? He'll say, how's the team? How's so-and-so? How's the team? He's such a team player. They can feel that. It's genuine. Once again, just like he was as a 14-year-old, he's a true Seminole.
Grayson hopes his leadership, tireless work ethic, and passion for the game will one day land him a spot on the PGA Tour.
I do see myself in a couple of years on the PGA Tour. It might take longer than a couple of years, but I see myself on the road to the PGA Tour, that's for sure.
I'm Morgan Dole for Noles All Access.
Welcome to Garnet and Gold Grub, presented by Tico Peoples Gas. I'm Chef Mike Smith, and with me today is head women's golf coach, Amy Bond. Amy, how you doing?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
So we're going to make some smoked sausage hoagies today. We're going to use some local Bradley sausage, some onions and peppers, and we're going to be using this natural gas stove to do the cooking process.
Well, Chef, what are the benefits of using natural gas?
One of my favorite things about natural gas is that it's very clean and it's very efficient. Not only does it cook at any temperature and you have great command over your cooking temperatures, but it's a very clean, efficient way to cook. Okay, so we're going to get cooking now. The first thing I'm going to do is put my sausage in the pan. Just let them kind of heat up in there. Coach, I'm going to have you put the onions and peppers into this pan. The oil's real hot, so we're just going to lay them in there. You hear them sizzling, they sound great. So we'll move these around.
And they smell good.
They do smell good, thanks. And we'll just kind of let them sit. And again, with our sausage, we're just kind of heating it up. Well, you had a great season last season. I know that.
Well, thank you.
And you've got some really great golfers. I know you've got one in particular.
Yeah, we have the National Freshman of the Year, Frida Schinholt, coming back this year, so we're pretty excited.
I know you do. Well, thank goodness you didn't go pro on us.
Our biggest thing is to get them to graduate from Florida State, so
obviously.
we're thrilled she's back.
And I know that you do a great job with that.
Oh, well, thank you.
I know that you do. So this is about the color you want your onions and peppers. I like them to have, a nice, not a char, but definitely some color to it. So I'm going to cut these off. The sausage, they're doing great. They're actually finished. So we're going to remove the onions and peppers first from the pan so we can go start building these hoagies. So Coach is going to build them. Go ahead.
All right. I get to do the fun part.
Yeah. And there's no right or wrong way. It's tailgate food.
Making slight
And again, you can use red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers. I mean, red and yellow, garnet and gold would be great.
Lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese. Yeah. And then we got some yellow mustard going on top. Man, those look good.
Yeah,
great
I'll
job.
give you a little extra mustard.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And that is a smoked sausage hoagie, Coach Amy Bond. All right, Coach, you ready to give it a try?
I'm ready.
All right, let me know what you think.
Wow. I really shouldn't talk with my mouth full, but this is really good.
And that's it. Smoked sausage hoagies. Easy tailgate recipe. Great guest. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. For more information about this and other recipes, as well as Peoples Gas energy conservation rebates, visit peoplesgas.com/cooking.
Coming up, we look ahead to this week's matchup against the Miami Hurricanes. The Look Ahead is presented by Florida Farm Bureau Insurance. Register to win the ultimate fan experience at nolescontest.com. All right, Coach, coming up, we have Miami. And when you talk about Miami, you have to start with the defense. And they have some experience at linebacker and Michael Pickney and Shaq Quarterman. Can you talk about this team and what stands out to you about them defensively?
Well, they're well coached. They're very athletic on the defense side of the ball, and they're physical. They get out and they pride themselves on stopping the run. They pride themselves on getting takeaways, so it's really important that we pride ourselves on running the football and not turn the ball over, and then when you talk about the Miami-Florida State rivalry, I mean, we pretty much can take the records out of it and knowing that it's going to be a good ball game.
And on the other side of the ball, they kind of rotate two quarterbacks, but they have similar production. What type of threats do they pose?
Well, you have a young guy in Williams, who came in and finished the ball game for him. He started that season earlier, and Porzy, he had been playing here recently. He's done a good job throwing the football. Their offense that they're gonna play action use. They like to try to run the ball and then taking shots down the field. They have some skilled guys at the receiver position, and we got to understand this from a foundation and philosophy standpoint what they like to do, and then we got film again of both quarterbacks playing. So we kind of understand, again, how they play, and we just got to do a great job of executing defensively.
Last night, you used one of my favorite terms when you said turn up. So can you tell the fans why they need to show up and show out come Saturday?
Because our football team needs you. We play in Miami, we're in Doak Campbell, and that's just what we do in Doak Campbell. We turn up and let them all know that it's going to be rowdy in that place.
There you go. All right, well, we look forward to the rivalry game. For Coach Taggart, I'm Jay Sutton. We'll see you next week right here on Noles All Access. Noles All Access is brought to you by the energy-saving conservation programs of Tico People's Gas. Real Coca-Cola taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Taste the feeling.